Okay, that's it. All right, so we're now having a court case about Mark.
You know what's going to happen with you against yourself in here?
Okay, now. All right, I heard enough. Mark, you are found guilty for being a pedophile and sending porn to a minor. You are guilty, and I sentence you to life in prison. And also, since I can't make
Also, guys, also, Mark, before you go to prison at a time, you will be sentenced. I'm gonna say this.
All right, everybody, may I have your attention, please? Court is now in session. We are now here by every rail fan versus Mark, the rail fan. We have been hearing accusations against Mark that he is a pedophile and that he is a freaking Homer.
So Mark has been accused of saying
nudes to minors and has been accused of liking minors.
Where's Mark? Where's Mark? Get him in here.
Oh wait, there. Oh my God! Can you invite
Invite Mark in here. Invite Mark in here.
Proof that Mark has done is actually in Steven's video of exposing Mark, and right now I'm actually starting to like Steven a little bit, but not fully right now. But I'm just gonna have to find the video that Steven made. So give me a sec. We'll find it and then you screen share. Well, you instead you watch the full video because it has everything.
Of course. Oh, hi there, Paul.
Why are we doing this case exactly? Well, it's all because we found out that Mark might be a pedophile. So yeah. Hold on.
But he didn't even. I sent my DM.
And y'all stop interrupting, my lord.
God, you guys acting like you haven't seen a woman in 5 years. God, y'all are virgins.
What if I haven't seen one in 5 years? If that's actually true.
We're a virgin. All right. Anyways, no. Mark told me. He told me in DMs. I talked to him. We had like a good discussion, about the whole thing. He told me what he said was, "There's no proof." Basically, what this Steven guy's doing is he gets mad, and if something can go his way, he'll end up making impersonation accounts, and he'll end up slandering you and calling you out. Like, for example, if stuff doesn't go his way, he'll basically make an imposter account to impersonate you and start showing explicit pics. So that way people think it's you when literally it's him. So basically, Mark is innocent. Mark has told me the whole thing. Basically, what this guy is doing is he's making impersonation accounts just to make him feel bad.
Wait, Austin.
Yeah.
We can
All right,
confirm, we can
take a look in
confirm.
the chat. I got all the proof. I have both proof videos
guys,
of what
I was
happened.
said, shut up, Nick.
Well, it has the videos that Steven did on his alt account. Just look in the court case chat.
I gotta mute that guy, please. Nick, he said no. At this point, why are we still arguing with Alan? Can't we just leave him? Because I don't know why, Nick.
drop the
No, no, no.
That's
situation.
what I
No,
agree.
because
We're
Nick,
trying to
no,
end
because
drama, and yet y'all.
wait, Paul, give me a second. No, because Nick, it's always you. It's always you, Nick. You always want to have
Exactly.
court case with Alan. Why can't you just leave Alan alone?
I mean,
Well, it's
You
about
literally just said-
something.
well, he's not.
We were already past this. It was confirmed that he's not. Just let it be.
Just let
My
it
Lord.
drop it at this.
Feels like I'm actually
Bro.
talking to a Laurel 5
Stop
who
it, 'cause
doesn't
he's- I
understand
mean-
anything.
I hate Nick, bro. Bro, I'm literally about to send you fucking proof. God.
Well, he's not wrong, is he?
Willow, shut your bitch ass up, okay? God. That's why you keep. See, this is why you.
So why are we kicking people out now? Why are we kicking people
Why
out?
kicking people out now? Huh?
Why are we kicking people out, huh? Because it's something that you started. No. Get Florida in here. Get Florida in here. Nah, you're not
Bro,
gonna kick him.
bro. It's not gonna be targeted towards Alan no more. Now it's gonna be targeted against
Did this
towards
kid-
you.
Hold on, did this kid disconnect me? Did this kid?
Let's not
did
going
this
for
kid
one
disconnect
person
me?
instead. Like
No,
make
what I'm
them
trying to
a-
say is, bro, you making the drama even worse than it already is. Not like people probably gonna forget about.
like stop.
By the way, guys, I managed to get CNO and Mark in here.
Good. But we need Mark and Sienna as speakers. So go ahead and accept the request. And we need Arthur here too. We need Arthur here too. Yeah, Arthur's here, but we need him too.
Sorry, y'all. I'm back now. My mic was acting up. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So yeah. So Nick, so court is now in session.
Yep. Court is in session right now.
All right. Rail fans versus Mark Denham, aka Mark, the SJVR Rail fan. Mark, how do you plead?
Not guilty.
Okay,
That's
Mark.
Well,
Read the charges you on.
if you're
Read the
chat,
charges you.
those are Steven's videos. We know you
Okay,
did
now.
it.
Okay, now. Read the charges you honored.
Bring Marcel inside. Bring Marcel inside.
Read the charges.
Oh, it's doing too much.
Okay. Nick, can I answer something? I'm gonna start this. Read the charges you honored. All right. I'm gonna say this. Mark, read the charges you honored. Okay. Read the chart. All right. You understand?
Mark is found guilty of the pedophile.
No. Stop. Stop.
We are literally in the same spot.
Okay. Okay, Mark. You are charged for proving yourself. Yeah, you're a pedophile. You're not a pedophile. Yeah, you're a pedophile or not. Any witnesses to call? Anybody?
Guilty.
No.
Guilty.
No. We're not pleading people guilty. We only telling Mark the truth. Okay. So listen. Okay, now. So, any witnesses to call? Anybody? Anyone?
Nick, you a bitch. Nick, you a bitch for muting us. You a bitch for muting us, Nick.
I'm done speaking. All right. Any witnesses to call? Any witnesses?
Yes, Junior, come. All right then. In reverse. We've done it. Go right now, Junior. That's the goddamn call right now. I'm moving out. I can't do this shit. I'm moving out. I'm gone. It's just time, man. Think you can do this today?
Why?
And Chris, can you not actually stop? Can you stop sharing your screen so I can show you the evidence? Thank you. All right, guys, ladies and gentlemen, I understand what's going on here, and look what they said in here in quote. According to Steven, this is what. Please, honestly, for Mark Denham, for curious, if you think he's a predator and pedo or not both, you know what's happening here. You see what he's been doing.
That's correct. I'm not a pedo ever.
Okay. So
Yeah, Steven is making most of it up.
okay.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Okay, so Mark. Let me get
Why?
this straight. Mark, get this straight in here.
Hello?
About when Steven said this.
Miss,
Listen up.
Ava.
Mark,
Yeah, bring her.
why is this something new about
Hmm.
you like all the time? What's going
Well,
on, Mark?
Nothing. I didn't even say nothing. No, she
Mark
with
is that
someone.
I saw the video from somebody.
Listen to this.
One of the Caleb's.
No, she.
Mark is
No, she not.
also a friend of mine
What
just
you
called
think
the
we should
police.
do?
So you have the arrest
All right.
warrant.
That's
Okay,
not true
listen up.
because
All right,
that's
bye.
not true because he lied.
Yep, he's not a
Mark is found
pedophile
not-
at all.
So is Mark. Wait. So is Mark found
Okay.
not guilty or guilty?
Sir.
Good. The judge, your honor,
Mark
your
did
honor,
that. I
is
saw the
Mark
video
found
from somebody.
Even on
One of the Caleb's.
Mark is also a friend of mine
What
just
you
called
think we
the
should
police.
do?
So you have an arrest warrant.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he's a 13-year-old. Steven is a 13-year-old.
That's straight bullshit.
Okay, so that was an issue by the judge, according to Steven, correct?
According to the judge, Mark will be found not guilty of. Mark will be found not guilty because there's evidence shown.
Yeah, we have evidence. Okay. Yeah, so I can show you the results. All right.
Okay.
And you are officially innocent as well.
Been found innocent.
Yeah, they found you not guilty. I'm telling you, Steven is lying, all right?
Yeah, he is because Marcel has a beef with his ass.
And so does Isaac.
Yeah, because
Yeah, because I'm telling you, Steven is racist too.
I know, right?
That's kind of
And also
right?
Marcel had a beef, and so does Isaac, all right?
Yeah.
So
glad
he
you
was
got that
found guilty
situated.
along. I knew it. Steven is found guilty. This Utah Rail guy. I know this Utah Rail fan. And also, and Nick and Steven, if you're watching this, you're done.
Yep, you have been lying to us. Now we're
The
gonna
whole time I'm trying to get Mark
we're
in
starting
trouble
the
with
Steven
us.
heist for you.
And that's
I
called
knew it.
slandering. That's also called slandering too.
Yeah.
Yep, we're
Steven,
starting the Steven heist.
and yes, we did it.
Basically.
Yes, according to one of Steven's henchmen, he's also found guilty as well. That includes Sam. Sam is also found guilty. Cincy was found guilty. And guess what? I knew these guys are being friends with Steven. I knew.
Okay.
Yep, they're officially guilty.
Okay, Nick, bring Marcel inside. Bring Marcel inside.
This call.
Marcel Hall, 23. I mean, Marcel Hall, 38. I'm gonna have a speak with him about what's going on. What's going on? All right. So,
which high school has the most chopped lobs in Louisiana?
no, he's here. I'm gonna have a talk with Marcel.
He's an audience.
At number 15, we have Lafayette High School, based in Lafayette. Number 14 takes us to South Terrebonne High School, located in Bourg. At number 13, it's North Shore High School, based in Slidell. Number 12 takes us to North Vermilion High School, located in Maurice. At number 11, we have Acadiana High School based in Lafayette.
This man was adopting children every month, and what he did with them left everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah, can I be modded too?
Okay, so Mark.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Mark is found not guilty of all the evidence. So I mean, as of right now, he is found not guilty.
Yeah, he is not. He is not guilty, and Steven is still guilty because if
Until we get
Steven was if
more
Mark
evidence.
was guilty, then Steven would be not guilty anymore.
Yep, this front runner commuter railroad idiot. I know this idiot from all the way from Utah. I know he rail fans UTAX. I know he's from Utah. He only rail fans
Marcus-
front runner. That's what he only rail fans front runner, dude. That's what he's been up to. He is found guilty, and guess what? And also Nick, can I say something? As for Steven, alongside with Sam. Also, just to let you know, whatever that Steven has been doing in here, just to let him know that Steven, along with Sam, Cincy, and along with his friends, he will be placed on the Rail City Council's global blacklist. All right.
Yep, we're gonna add him to the blacklist.
Yep, we already did, along with Sam, right? So trackside Sam is could be also being placed in the blacklist as well.
Yep.
And also, he will never get it. Also, guys, he will, along Mark, just like I said, never get in contact with Sam, Steven, and Cincy because they are officially placed on the blacklist. You will never get in contact with these guys ever again. You hear what I said?
Yeah, and if they happen to go into your server, call the police on them.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I told you. Jack even told me about what's going on about Sam. By the way, the reason why you're being friends with Sam because you didn't know that he was being friends with Steven. He lied. I know what he did. You have to officially cut ties. I'm telling you, you're officially cutting ties with Sam permanently. Do you understand me when I have to say that?
Yeah. Well, the bad news is Jack is not my friend anymore.
I know that. I got the information from Jack. I got the information. So yes, and Mark, and also as a result, you'll be filing a restraining order against Sam and Cincy.
Yes,
As a
you
final
need to
result,
do that.
file a restraining order against Sam and Cincy, and you're done. You are not to get in contact with Cincy ever again. You hear what I said? He's been friends with Sam all day long. I have the proof.
And plus, they're friends with Steven as well.
I knew that. I have the information. Okay, so listen, guys. I already filed a restraining order against Steven. I already did. I filed a restraining order against Steven, and he's found guilty, and I know that. We're filing a restraining order.
Yep. And also, in fact, I think Utah Rail Guy's profile picture looks so dumb.
And we have a train. Also, Alan made a train face out of Steven. Guess what? Steven is going to be found guilty as well.
And he will be the antagonist.
Yeah, Alan made that train face out of Steven, by the way. This is what he gets. Steven.
Basically.
Yeah, this is Steven.
And Steven wishes that he lived in SoCal.
Steven. Yep, Steven. Oh my god.
And by the way, I think Steven wishes he lives in SoCal instead of Utah.
Steven. This is what Steven gets for calling Mark a pedophile. And he's going to jail.
He's going to be the antagonist in Tales of the CSX Railroad.
Yeah, I get you. But until then, he's a bad guy. He's a bad guy, I'm telling you. You're gonna believe Mark, all right? Also, Nick, I'm telling you the truth. Steven is a bad guy. I'm telling you, he's a bad guy.
Yes, he's a brat. He always wants to get his own
He's
way
a-
for no reason.
I'm telling you,
He's
Steven
on-
is a.
No,
So you need
guys,
to
no, guys, he's on
understand.
straight
Okay.
BS.
Also, Nick. So you believe us that Steven is a bad guy? Okay, good. So Isaac found out that Steven is a bad guy too. And you found out, and he is a bad guy. And yes, and Steven is going to stay through prison as well for what he has done.
So everyone
Because
vote no
he
in his
does-
poll.
All right, everyone vote no, and we're going to and then yes, and Steven is going to jail. All right, he is.
Yep. He's gonna go to solitary confinement. Yeah.
Right, because
All right,
I tell you. Also, listen. Not only he's 13 years old, Nick.
Yeah,
Okay,
don't
listen,
do it.
listen, Nick. Not only he's 13 years old, he's a minor alongside with Isaac.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, he's a minor. I'm telling you, Steven himself, he's a minor. He's 13 years old.
Yep.
According to
Oh
Mark.
my god, bro.
Look, Nick, I'm telling the truth, all right? Mark told me all about it. Mark told me. And you know he's lying, isn't he? I hope he gets exposed after what he has been doing.
There was an exposing video out of Steven in
Made
the
out of
Exposing
Mark.
Real Fans channel,
Wait.
but it got deleted.
Made out of someone, but it turns out
he
that he
joined his
actually
side
thought he said that,
recently.
but it turns out he never did. So it turns out that they're lying about it too.
Yeah, so
he is in trouble because we need to actually get someone to help us with this. Yeah, so Mark is found not guilty if we're still on that court case. If we're not, then okay.
Okay, so he was found not. All right, Mark, you're invite Nick, invite Mark as speaker, right?
So Mark, he's so retarded. Oh yeah, Mark, you were found back. I think
So Mark has been found not guilty.
Yeah, so you're not guilty. And we had to be did that, and that's why everyone made a channel. Some guy made a channel. Yep, which I thank you. What? We got everything we needed from him. So now we got that situated. I'm free to go.
Yes, we got the situated. Well, justice has been served. Steven will now be found guilty for accusing Mark of being a pedophile and for impersonating him, and he will now be on the blacklist. He will now be personated on a blacklist.
Yeah, so Steven will be going to prison. Yeah.
All right, Steven has been found guilty. Court has been adjourned and court has now been dismissed. Thank you guys for watching this court stream. See you guys later.